I'd like to call to order the October 16th, 2025 Planning Commission meeting. Please stand for the invocation by Dylan Douglas and the Pledge of Allegiance by Mr. Jamie Lester.
Pray with us if you would. Turning everyone in attendance travels home. Ponder guidance, other local leaders. Pray security and uncertainty, and offer guidance to those about that process. Income and jobs and security.
Okay, we do have a quorum tonight with two absent, Mr. Holloway and Mr. Wilder. They're absent tonight. I'd like to get approval of the minutes from the previous meeting, September 16th, 18th, 2025.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to recommend approval of meeting minutes from September 18th.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. And I'd like to get approval of the agenda for this evening.
Chairman, I make a motion to recommend approval of tonight's agenda.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to clarify that the Planning Commission is a recommending body of the Columbia County Board of Commissioners. Decisions made on rezoning and variance requests tonight will be forwarded to the Commissioners for final action on November 4th, 2025. If you wish to address the Board of Commissioners at their meeting, please see Ms. Mixon to obtain a request to speak form. Any request with a public hearing will have a minimum of 10 minutes permitted per side for presentation of opinions, data, and evidence by proponents or opponents of a request. The applicant will be allowed to speak first, and any member of the public may speak after. Either side may cede their time during the hearing if they so desire. Getting into the debate agenda, we have new business, public hearing, VA 25-10-01 variance. Dylan.
Yes, sir. This is the request for a variance for a rear setback reduction for a proposed storage structure at 938. This shows the location of the property. Of note here is that the request is for a rear setback opposite of Windmill Lane, shown here. As you can see, the property immediately to the rear of this parcel, large acreage parcel with frontage along Clanton Road that is completely. So the subject parcel is zoned RA, again, as a part of the Windmill Station section. And the parcel, again, subject, like opposite of the rear setback discussed, is zoned planned unit development. It is zoned for single-family residential development at some point in the future. This shows an aerial photo of the site. As you can see, this parcel's northern reaches are taken up by a pond and a creek that feeds that pond. See in a moment that complicates building on this parcel somewhat topographically. And the area in question you can see is kind of in the westernmost corner of the parcel where you can see two boats parked currently. That is part of the request. The applicant is requesting to construct a storage structure for lawn equipment and watercraft, pretty much in that location. Second. This is an illustration of the topographical issues presented by the presence of that creek and that pond. Additionally, there's also topography between property and the one to the south. Again, this slide illustrates that there is very limited building. Reduction for the rear setback would free up a little bit available and feasible space on the lot. Again, where those boats stand in the aerial photo is where they're proposing a 30 by 30 storage structure. It will still be 10 feet from the rear lot line. That is a normal setback in more dense single-family residential throughout the county. Beyond that, there are multiple issues with development on, again, adjacent vacant parcel. There's a gas line in ground over there, as well as a condition for that PUD zoning that prevents them from developing anywhere within 40 and 50 feet of this shared rear lot line that this parcel shares, adjacent parcel. And so odds are very, very low and negligible that construction of this structure would negatively impact neighbors on that property at now or at any point in the future. The only condition proposed is just that applicants and property owners have that rear lot line marked prior to inspection of the footing of that structure. The purpose of that is just so building standards prove their construction location within the new 10-foot setback should this application be. So given, provided they meet that condition, staff is recommending.
Thank you, Dylan. Will the owner, applicant Joseph, or Cynthia Jones like to add anything? Okay. We have no other people here for opposition. Have any questions? Okay. Motion?
Chairman, I make a motion to recommend approval with condition of file VA 25-10-01, variance to reduce the rear setback to 10 feet at 938 Windmill Lane.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. I see that we do not have any legal matters this evening.
None tonight.
Staff or commissioner comments? I get a motion for adjournment.
Chairman, I make a motion to recommend we adjourn tonight's meeting.
I second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. We are adjourned.